If you wish 50 Shades of Grey had been a little more philosophical, you need to read this book. Games, a Love Story by Anna Maria Volkova is a sharp and provocative coming-of-age debut, chronicling the turbulent romance between a brilliant economics grad student and a magnetic Wall Street banker 2 decades her senior. A few basics about this book. I would technically classify this as literary fiction with romance, but there is a lot of romance. It's mostly set in NYC and told in single POV, third person, present tense. Spice level wise, we are at 5 out of 5 with many explicit scenes and some kink. Tropes and kinks you can expect are age gap, billionaire, BDSM, breath play, and one is kind of a spoiler, so it'll be in the caption. I read this book via audio, and I am so glad I did so. The narrator did a fantastic job handling the variety of accents and languages throughout. I will say this book had longer chapters, which made it more difficult to listen to. Every chapter was over an hour long, so it was hard to put it aside even when there were scene breaks. But let's get into the story. What happens when a democratic socialist falls for a billionaire? In this story, the allure of Alexander had Lily questioning all of her convictions. As someone who dropped a philosophy class after 1 week in college, I was a little worried this book was going to be a little too smart for me. Your typical romance would have skimmed over the discussions of philosophy and economics, but to these two, it's banter and intellectual sparring. I do think I would have been bored at times if I hadn't listened to the audio. There's a lot of dialogue in this one, mostly focused on various theorists and their different stances. I found it a little bit alienating, but was able to absorb it easier via audio. Lily tries to live her life with no emotional vulnerability. She's very protective of herself and her feelings, even to the point of self-sabotage. You can expect emotional devastation in this one. These characters are complex, layered, messy, and they make mistakes. Forgiveness is a huge theme and not earned easily. Another big theme is belonging, both in family, relationships, and friendships. Belonging to someone means they can hurt you. So in Lily's case, she'll choose to hurt herself first. Living in her head was a messy place to spend this novel, but overall I'm pleased with her character arc. I would have loved to see a little further into the future with these two, but you can expect a happily ever after. Thank you so much to William Morrow and Libro FM for my advance copy. Games, a Love Story is out now.